coming up here, and we've got live people for lunch. Yeah, true. We've got the New Music Institute coming in. Kate Cotter and friends. We'll chat with them about the Songwriting and Performance Institute. The founders, faculty, and coaches. Some of them coming by, and we'll check in with them. Robert Platt and Allison Krause in just a moment on 100. It's Songwriting and Performance Institute time here on the X. We're going to be chatting with all the good folks behind the Songwriting and Performance Institute. What it is, what it does, where it is, when it's happening, et cetera, et cetera. But we also have a blood drive going on now, too. Oh, by the way, that's live for lunch. Kate Cotter's here. She's going to play. Todd, you going to play? Yeah. Todd brought a guitar, so something's going to happen. So we'll get some twanging going on here in just a few minutes. I think Dondo is on the line. Dondo, are you there?
I'm on the line.
Hey, fantastic. How's the blood drive going?
It's going pretty well, actually. A lot of ex-listeners have come by and said hello and give.
All right, so Songwriting and Performance Institute time next after these on 100.1 The X. Hi, everybody. How are you? Hi, Kate.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello there, Mark.
Good to see you. Chip's here, too. Now, the reason you guys are here is because we're going to talk about the Songwriting and Performance Institute and the big kickoff events, which is the launch and concert gala happening tomorrow evening from 7 until 10 at Sierra Arts Gallery. And that's at 17 South Virginia Street. Did I get all that right? Yeah, I guess I did. That's pretty close. It's all ages. Should be a lot of fun. A whole mess of people going to be playing and things. But before we get into a little bit of music, I wanted to ask you, Chip, because you seem to be the figurehead here, or the person that is responsible for some of this stuff. What is this, and what exactly is the purpose here?
This is a brand new music institute for teens to help them become confident songwriters.
Oh, okay.
You know, it basically grew out of the fact that I'm a dad of a girl that has a pretty voice and every now and then dreams about having a music career. And I went out trying to find out, well, what can I do to help her? And it turns out there's not much out there to help aspiring young musicians these days.
That's true.
No development cycle. And so that idea kind of grew up between me and Eric Stangland, who's a famous musician here in the Reno market. And we said, well, why don't we put something together that would help teens become songwriters? And in particular, so they can express themselves. We were really excited about that. And a couple other things that we thought about at the same time. We wanted to make an environment where the parents could be involved constructively in their kids' musical aspirations. And so a lot of what we've put together is meant to teach kids about the music industry and their parents and help form a partnership between the two of them so that they can chase their dreams or at least make music a fun part of their life. And
I like sort of the approach of this isn't so much, okay, well, let's teach you how to go to a bar, drink whiskey and, smoke cigarettes and get a smoky voice going.
There's still things parents are responsible for teaching their kids. Yes.
Right. It's much more about, okay, so you want to pursue this. Well, here are some steps to take to kind of move in that direction.
And what's kind of neat about the Institute is that it's really intended to address the rank amateur who just has a glint in their eye to the budding aspiring professional. We've kind of developed a philosophy. We're really not trying to be American Idol star makers.
No.
It's not what we're about at all.
And thanks for that, by the way.
Yeah. Although, I happen to know from my daughter's mini career here that there are a bunch of really talented singers in our area here.
Oh, yeah.
And so they oftentimes ask, well, what do I do to get ahead? And it turns out in today's market, in today's music world, you got to write your own music. It's not enough to be an American Idol singer, and cover songs are great, but it's not going to be a career.
Right.
So for those aspiring professionals, that's the big lesson, and we want to help them with that. And we want to be able to paint a picture of what the music world really looks like today. So, what does it mean to have a manager or a producer
or legal representation?
Or even legal representation. Got a class on that, too. And want to teach them about professionalism. Even in the music industry, you can't leave a trail of debris behind you and expect to get ahead. So, but we also have one other really critical foundation for it, and that's that, it would be just fine if somebody came into the program and said, I just want to be able to write some music so I can maybe whip out a new song at my grandfather's birthday or something. And if that makes them happy, if they want to be a veteran of the open mic nights around here, that would just be peachy keen. So whatever makes them happy.
So, yes, there's part of this whole thing where you have to find somebody who has the desire, and that's not always that difficult. But then you also have to kind of take somebody and figure out if they have the talent or not, too. So, that's where, I guess, pairing people up with people who have already done things or who are doing it professionally makes a difference.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. They're going to hear from people who are in and of the business.
Mm-hmm.
I will make one other point, and that's that an important part of working with teens, I think, is helping them connect the dots.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when I was teaching junior achievement, and I went into a high school and said, "What do you want to be when you grow up?" And they were, at the time, everybody was all rage to be in forensics. I want to be a CSI kind of guy.
Yes.
And I said, "Well, gee, that's great.
Thanks, TV. We appreciate you.
Are you
Yeah.
taking any math? Well, no. Are you taking any science? Well, no. Well, you can't get there from here."
Right,
And
right.
it's the same thing for teen musicians. You know, there's a lot of them out there who simply want to be famous.
Right.
And, well, that's cool. Well, what are you doing to get there?
Mhm.
So you're going to have to get some vocal lessons and be a little better than you are. You're going to have to learn how to write your own song.
Oh, yeah.
So we hope to help connect the dots, create the bridges.
So the kickoff is tomorrow, and people can ask questions and check out what's happening there, and also see some real live working professional musicians. Oh my gosh, keep your hands in your pockets. You never know what might happen. They might actually come for you. Hi, Kate. Kate's here. Kate Cotter is one of these musicians that's helping this whole thing along, and will you be performing tomorrow night, or are you just chatting about stuff?
I'll be chatting and performing.
Also, both things. All right. Now, when last we spoke, it was on stage at John Esquaga's Nugget, and you had just gotten over, or barely gotten over, a case of laryngitis from hell, I think it was, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was something like, "Hi, Mark."
Yeah, you had the kind of voice that I couldn't even imitate. It hurt to try to imitate your voice. So I can't even imagine what you're going through. But you're back, and now you still have like pieces of that.
It's kind of
happening,
lingering, but I think there's a lot of people around here that they're still struggling with that cough thing. So
right?
yeah, I'm feeling good. Happy to be here.
All right. So you're part of what's going on tomorrow night, and I'll keep talking so you can fix that. But you're part of what's going on tomorrow night, and the thing I'll kicks off right around 7:00 or so. Sierra Arts Gallery. Come ask questions, find out what you can maybe get yourself into. So what do you want to play for us today?
So I'm gonna play a song that Grace will be doing harmonies on.
Cool.
She sings on the album with it too, so it's always a treat when we can perform together. She'll be playing tomorrow night along with all of these other folks, Todd South, and I believe Chip and Lisa and Lenny and Eric Stingland. So it's called After All.